Glacial Lance from this range, I think you're dead. Goodbye. Give me that +1 boost. The crit, I don't think mattered. What is up, everybody? Back with some more Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Regulation G VGC. We got a really cool team around Calyrex Ice. If you guys know Calyrex Ice, this is one of the craziest mons ever. I think this is probably like at least like one of the top 5 best restricteds that you're going to be able to use currently in Regulation G, alongside like Calyrex Shadow and like maybe Zashi and Kyogre Groudon, or like a tie between a few of those. There's a few others you could argue that are also like top 5 currently, like Terrapagos and a few other ones, but I think Calyrex and like Calyrex Ghost, at least in my opinion, they're the 2 best restrictors that we currently have. They are absolutely fucking broken. If you guys don't know, Calyrex Ice form, it's a lot slower. I think it's base 50 speed, but this thing has like, I think 165 attack, which is absolutely crazy. It also has an ability to where you're actually able to, pretty much like 2 abilities. One's a nerve, and the other one's pretty much the same thing as Glastrier, which if you get a kill on something, you get a +1 attack boost. So if you're able to keep getting attack boosts over and over after you keep just steamrolling the game, you can kind of just run away with the match and like you under Trick Room, you outspeed everything, and you do have a decent amount of bulk. So like, especially if you run it like with Aurora Veil, like this team's trying to do, you can survive a lot of stuff and just keep on putting out really solid amounts of damage. So it's teamed by Umbra Knight. If you guys want to use this team, rental cone up at the corner. I should have a paste for this team down below, probably towards the bottom of the description somewhere. I'm going to talk a little bit about this team. This team is made around Calyrex Ice. Like I said, this thing's absolutely busted. I haven't used this thing yet, so we're going to see how this thing goes. I've played against this thing a shit ton. I've played against it so much on Showdown. Same with Calyrex Ghost. I've played against it so much on Showdown, testing some of my teams, and like even on the ladder, or the casual ladder, I've ran into it so many times already. Same with Calyrex Ghost. By far, probably the 2 best restrictions currently, and they're going to be for like probably the entire rest of Regulation G until we get maybe like double restricted. Maybe they'll fall off a tiny bit, but if anything else, they'll probably get better. You got the Clear Ambient to dodge the Intimidates, mainly Incineroar. That's like the only main Intimidator being ran. I've seen a few like Hisui and Arcanines. I've seen I think what was the other? I think 1 Salamence. I ran into 1 Salamence on the Showdown ladder. So mainly it's Incineroar though, and once in a while like Hisui and Arcanine, once in a Great Well with like an Intimidate. It's kind of what it's for. Got the Trick Room to self-proc your own Trick Room, which is incredibly cool. Got the Glacial Lance with actually a double spread move. The Ice type move does a crazy amount of damage. And you got the Terra Ground with the Terra Ground high horsepower. That way you just don't get walled by all the steel types, mainly like Incineroar. Otherwise it kind of walls the shit out of you. Got your standard Incineroar set with the Terra Dragon. This one actually has Snarl, which is a little bit different, but we'll see how that does. Light Clay, Aurora Veil, Ninetales with Terra Fire, standard Ogerpon, Water. You got the AV Okidogi, which is kind of cool. And then you got the Leftovers, Shelter, Body Press, Terraferia, Goodra. So, haven't really seen many Goodra, much Goodra being played at all in Regulation G so far. I think I went against it like once or twice, but have not really seen it very much. And like the one time, like a few times I went against it, it really didn't do anything. So, I'm going to see how that actually works. Really interested to see how this does. I'm sure it's going to do well because it's Calyrex, so I don't really have like low expectations for it at all. It's a crazy busted Pokemon, so top right in some games. Alright, here we go, y'all. This is the matchup of the ages right here. We're going against another Calyrex team, but just the opposite form. We have Ice, they have Ghost. They also have like a Trick Room variant to their team as well, along with like Decorate, which is really busted. So this is going to be a crazy, crazy match. Shout out to the nickname on the Incineroar too. I'm assuming that the Rhea, why it's named Rhea is after Rhea Ripley, so that's a really cool name. What else we have here? Really, I'm a Rhea Ripley fan, by the way, too. My favorite one on the Raw women's roster currently. You guys watch WWE or any like wrestling stuff? That's kind of what that is. What do I bring here? I think I bring Aurora Veil, and then I bring Incineroar lead. Oh, it's gonna be a tough fucking game. This is gonna be such a fucking tough game. I'm gonna bring Incineroar, I'm gonna bring Goodra. I'll bring Calyrex in the back. then I think I'll try to bring Ninetales. I don't know, it's going to come down to whether I can even try to set up the Aurora Veil. I just don't think I have an opportunity to set it up here, because if he has Trick Room, then he outspeeds me. And then if he has Calyrex, I get one-shotted by him, so... Like, there's no opportunity for the Ninetales to really set up an Aurora Veil here, which kind of sucks. He just leads with it too. He's gonna go for the Decorate Calyrex strats. Holy fuck, is this shit gonna be busted. I get the Intimidate. I don't know if that really matters though. Does Intimidate even matter? I have Snarl. I mean, I have Snarl. I can go for Snarl here. Don't know if that matters. I also have Fake Out, so I can fake out the Alcremie, but like, I don't know what that really even does. I'm gonna go for Fake Out anyways. He's probably Covert Cloak if I were to guess, if he's leading with it. I don't know, does it really even pay going for Shelter? Like, he's probably gonna like two-shot me. If he specs Calyrex, he probably two-shots me, which the most comments that I've seen right now is either Life Orb or specs. That's what a lot of people are running, at least at the start of Regulation G, so... I don't know, I mean, I can go for Heavy Slam, see how much damage it does. He's gonna Protect, okay. So he's scouting for the knockoff, that's what he's trying to do. Is he Covert? He's not Covert Cloak, okay. I wish I would have Heavy Slam the Alcremie, that would have been a crazy play, but... I just want the damage on the Calyrex here, that's my main thing. I'm gonna Snarl. I'm gonna go for the Snarl here. And then I'm gonna Heavy Slam. I gotta hope that hopefully Decorate, like him at +1, he doesn't one-shot both my Mons. I think the Incineroar should live. I don't think he has anything for Incineroar, unless he's like Terra Fairy with Draining Kiss. Or like Terra Blast. There's another one that's actually really common too, what people are experimenting with is like Terra Blast Fairy, which is something I said in like one of my videos recently as well. There's the Astral Barrage. Holy fuck, that does so much damage. That is resisted on the Goodra and it does that much. And now he's at +2, so like he just sweeps me. If this doesn't kill him, like he just sweeps. He's still at +1, so like that's game. Pretty sure he just sweeps me here. I don't know how I win. Get rid of the Alcremie, but I don't know if that matters. He's still at +1. Like that was at neutral, and like he did almost like 80% of my health, and that was resisted. I think I just get swept by Calyrex here, y'all. It's not Specs either though, because he protected, so he's... I don't know what he's actually running. Maybe he's probably Sash. That Sash is also really common. I mean, I'll go for Snarl here, but what he does here is he probably goes for Follow Me. Either Follow Me or he goes for like Population Bomb. I could Shelter. I don't know if that really does anything though. Does Shelter even do anything for me here? I don't think it really even does. Like I still think like even if I Protect on the next turn, I get one-shotted by him. Yeah, there's Follow Me. Snarl shouldn't matter though, because it's a double target move if I can live. At +1, I don't think I live though. Wow, that is so fucking crazy. This is the crit. That crit doesn't. I don't think that mattered though. Calyrex Shadow is so fucking broken. It is not even funny. At neutral, he is legit like that is a fucking Goodra and a fucking Incineroar. Both resisted at neutral that he does 75 to 80% to both. That is so fucking busted. That is so broken. I fucking hate Calyrex. We've been in Regulation G for like 2 days, or at least it's been announced for 2 days already. And I already can't fucking stand going against it. It's so busted. I don't even know how I win here. There's no way I win this. He just one-shots me here. I think the only way is I can maybe somehow win here is if I live. If I go for Terra Ground here and I live, somehow live at a, was it +4? +4 Astral Barrage somehow, and I'm able to get a Trick Room up. I think that's the only way. And I'll try to Aurora Veil if I somehow live. But I'm pretty sure the Incineroar on this team too. The Incineroar is made to pretty much counter the Calyrex too. I think that's kind of the Calyrex check on this team. And like the Calyrex Ghost will legit like 100% just fucking broke through its own check. This thing's so fucking broken. It is not even funny. It's so fucking busted. I didn't even stand a chance. I didn't even fucking stand a chance this game. I don't know how it's even allowed. How is this even allowed? Oh, he's life. I guess somebody's gonna comment that. Oh, he's life orb, bro. That's why he's doing so much damage. I didn't even notice he was life orbed. That it really matters. I don't know if it really matters that much anyways. I think even still without the life orb, he probably would have 2-hit KO'd everything. Wow, is that busted? I don't know if I'll throw this one into the video for you guys, but if I do, there you go. There's why Calyrex Shadow Rider is the most broken restricted currently, and why you need to have like 1 or 2 dedicated counters on your team for it. Wow, is that AIDS? Fucking hate going against that thing. Alright, we're here with another game. My opponent's running the Regulation G team, but he could not think of a last mon, so he just said, oh fuck it, I'm gonna go on to the ladder with 5. 5's good enough. So I can kind of prepare here. It's gonna be a Weather War, which is gonna be interesting. What I'm gonna do here is actually I don't have to Tornadus on this team, so I'm kind of forced to bring the Ninetales here. He has double weather too, and I only have 1 weather setter on this team, which is a little unfortunate, so it's going to be really weird. I'm going to bring the Calyrex. I think that's what I'm going to try to do here. I'll bring Calyrex, Ogerpon. I'm going to bring the Ninetales in the back to switch his weather. He has no Intimidate. I think I could bring the Incineroar here, which ain't too bad. I know he's had a lot of water types on his team, so like if it's only really good for Fake Out, and that's about it. He gets outsped by like everything on his team, and that's the main problem. I'm gonna try to bring the Okidoggy here. It's AV, so I should be able to at least live something. Hopefully, at least, or at least outspeed something and get some damage. He actually just leads with double weather setter, so that's perfect for me. He leads with both of them, so like he's forced to switch if he wants his rain reset back. So what I'm actually going to do here is I'm actually going to switch out. I'm actually going to keep the Calyrex around. I think I'm going to keep that around. I'm going to go right on to the Ninetales here. And I'm going to actually Terra. I'm going to Terra the Ogerpon here. I think he's going to either go for Tailwind or probably Hurricane. At +1, I should be able to eat like a Water Spout really easily. And I should actually be able to outspeed him here, unless he's Choice Scarfed, so... And like, he'll have no rain up either, so I should be able to take a lot less damage. The Terra. What? Oh, I thought he was going to Terra there for a second. I was like, oh shit. Special defense boost. Speed the Kyogre. I almost one-shot him. That's surprising. Oh, he has Thunder. I forgot about Thunder on Kyogre. That's weird. I forgot they run Thunder. Funny enough, I actually haven't seen like many of Kyogres until now. Like, this is the only Kyogre I've seen that actually has Thunder. Usually they've actually just been running like Water Spout, Ice Beam, and then they usually, I think it's like Orange Impulse. There's like one other move they usually run to. Protect sometimes. There's another coverage move. I've seen Terra Blast too, like Terra Blast Grass. There's a few other things I've seen. What else? What should I do here? I'm gonna try to go for Aurora Veil. I think that's my play here. I'm gonna Aurora Veil, and I'm just gonna go for Horn Leech. He's gonna withdraw. He wants that weather reset, but he's not gonna be able to. So he has a Moongus. I'm assuming his other last mon's probably Urshifu, if I were to guess. I'll actually Arclet on. That's good for me, though. Arclet on's good for me, because I have Calyrex in the back, so... Like, I'm Terra Ground, or I have Stomping Tantrum, which should be able to do a shit ton of damage to him. That does nothing. He's Rocky Helmet, so that's good to know. I could just Blizzard here. I wish I had Freeze Dry on this, actually, but I just have Blizzard. I don't know. I'm just going to Blizzard here. I'm not really too scared of the Arclodon, if I'm being real. He could also just bring it in and switch it out here as well. He could switch one of the things out on his side, so... I'm actually going to switch this out. I'm going to switch the... Ogerpon out here. I think I'm about to catch an Electric type move from the Arclodon here. There is the Electric Shot. He holds to +1, and like I give him a +1 stamina boost, which is a little bit unfortunate here, but I need the Moongus gone. So it's going to be really annoying. It's going to try to put everything to sleep. It's a solid amount of damage. Spore. He puts that to sleep. It's kind of unfortunate, but the good thing is I'm able to get rid of the Amoonguss on this next turn, hopefully. He's leftover, so no Assault Vest. That's good to know. And I'm still doing solid damage to him, like with Blizzard, so I think I just keep spamming Blizzard here. I have Upper Hand. Upper Hand doesn't do shit here because he has no priority, so I'm going to try to go for Drain Punch. If I somehow wake up, he's going to switch out now and reset the weather to rain. I mean, Blizzard is still neutral on the Flipper, though. Dodge. My only thing here, though, is like, I don't think it pays to really switch out the Ninetales at this point in the game either, because, like, I don't want the Ogerpon taking any more damage. Kind of the main thing here. I'm just going to Blizzard again. I'm going to Blizzard again, and then I can go for... I don't know, I mean, I can knock off the Flipper, which wouldn't really be too bad here. I must think that's what I'm going to do if I somehow wake up. I just don't want him getting another Tailwind up. I missed the Arclodon again. Some bad luck. Goes for Flash Can now. It's going to one-shot me. That's fine, though, because the Ninetales has been doing consistent damage. Like, that's all I really needed for. It did a shit ton of damage to Moongus. I'm still asleep. There's the Tailwind, so I don't wake up, so that's bad for me, because now I have to try to stall out more Tailwind. Arclodon's also at, like, +2. I think what I'm really forced to do here is I'm forced to go out into the Calyrex here. I don't have a Terra anymore, which is also really bad. But I gotta try to get my Trick Room up. Hopefully that I'm able to, like, outspeed him that way. Because I have Stomping Tantrum, which should still do a solid amount to him. I just wish the fucking Pokedoggy would fucking wake up. Wake the fuck up, please. Flash Cannon, that might just one-shot me, actually. +1, I live, barely. I'm a Soul Vest, so I should eat this. Okay. Finally wake up. Finally. One turn too late, unfortunately. He was actually Sash. It's good to know. So he has Tailwind up, so by default, I think I should be able to outspeed everything on his team here. He has a Moongus, which he also has Tailwind on his side, 5th still, so... I think the only issue is going to be the Arclodon, because he has a stamina boost. Got a bunch of health back with Regenerator, too, so... I'm just gonna Glacial Lance. I think Glacial Lance from this range should probably kill Amoonguss. It's a fucking Calyrex. What else I want to do? I could go for Knockoff too to get rid of his leftovers if I really wanted to here, but I'm gonna try to go for Drain Punch. I think Drain Punch is a little bit more damage. Rage Powder, I don't think that matters. Glacial Lance from this range, I think you're dead. Goodbye. Give me that +1 boost. The crit, I don't think mattered. I'm hoping he goes after the Okidogi here. That's kind of what I want. I want him to go after the Okidogi, so that way I'm able to go after the Arclidon in this next turn. That does a lot of damage still, so that's great. I don't know if I'll live, though. Yeah, I don't think I live anymore. I'm dead. So the Calyrex at least got 1 kill this match, but apart from that, it didn't really do much again. 2 matches in a row now where like the Calyrex just doesn't really do much, which is kind of disappointing. Kind of underwhelmed by the Calyrex till this point. Hasn't really done much. It really hasn't, which is really weird. I don't know if it's just because the teams I'm going against, or just because I'm playing bad, or what the problem is. This guy Ogre. With a Tailwind boost, I should still outspeed him, because I think he has 2 turns left, so... What does he have? I think he has 2... He has 1 turn Tailwind left, so if he has Protect, he can stall out the Tailwind here and actually reverse the Trick Room on me. That's a little scary. I'm going to Horn Leech here, and then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go for Drain Punch again. From this range, it should still kill, and it does. Surprised he doesn't have Protect. Because if he has double Protect here, he can actually just reverse sweep me at this point with my own Trick Room, which would be really, really bad. Glad that didn't happen. Holy shit, that would have been a plot twist of like everything. Dub. After getting absolutely fucking brutally destroyed in the first match, we finally got a dub. Go from getting fucking destroyed to finally actually... It was still like a really close match. Still anybody's game. We were scratching and clawing our way to still even win this one. Got the dub though. Not bad. Hopefully the Calyrex puts in some work in this next match. Hopefully we can try to make it work. Alright, we're going against another Regulation F team. This one is actually one that's actually really good for the Calyrex. The one thing I need though is I need Aurora Veil or I need Trick Room. If I can get Trick Room or Aurora Veil up, the Calyrex can kind of just absolutely destroy this guy, because under Trick Room, like, look at his team. He does not have anything for Calyrex at all. Like, everything's either weak to Ice or weak to Ground type. It is crazy. So what I'm going to do here, I think he's going to bring Groudon. Groudon's actually really good into my team as well, so... I'm not going to lead with the Ninetales here, but I think I'm going to lead with Incineroar, just mainly for Intimidate. I'll bring my own Okidogi, which ain't too bad into him. I'll bring the Ninetales in the back, and I'll bring the Calyrex, I think, here. It's going to be a really close match. It's going to be a really even game, because we both have, like, really huge threats to each of our teams. This comes down to who's going to really play the best and, like, whatever we bring. I could bring Ogerpon too, but, like, being that he has Sun, the Ogerpon, like, its main damage gets reduced in the Sun, which kind of sucks. That's kind of why it has a lot less value here. Otherwise, it would be pretty good, but it's kind of the reason I'm not really bringing it here. So he does lead with this. That's interesting. I get the Intimidate off, though, which is incredibly good here. The Intimidate's huge. He doesn't Intimidate me, though, so I think what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to swap the Okidogi out for the Ninetales. I think that's what my play is. I'm going to fake out here. I'm going to fake out the Groudon. And then I'm actually going to swap right into the Ninetales here. If I can get my Aurora Veil up, we can do really, really well in this game. That's kind of one of the win cons I really need. change the weather. See if he's actually Covert Cloak. Hopefully he's not. I don't know, I haven't seen a single Covert Cloak Groudon yet, so... He's not, so okay, good. He gets the Tailwind up, though, which kind of sucks, because now he's still able to outspeed me. He's intimidated, but, like, he still outspeeds me here, which is pretty unfortunate. I'm just going to Parting Shot onto the Groudon here. I think that's my play, and then I'm going to try to go for Aurora Veil. I think with the Ice-type defense boost, I can maybe live. Unless he doubles into me. I don't know what the Roaring Moon really has. And he could also be scared of like a Moonblast here, so he might switch. Just gonna Parting Shot out on the Groudon too, so like if it's at -2, it doesn't really do much. He has Knockoff. Well, there goes my Light Clay. That's bad. And he has Heavy Slam for me. I'm just getting one-shotted. That's great. So they're actually running... That's mainly probably for Flutter Mane, but... I'm surprised that actually even killed me, because that's at -1. But like, I guess it's 4 times effective, I guess. So that's probably why. It's also a Groudon, so... I'm going to try to go into the Calyrex here. He's going to go for Knockoff. That's what he's going to try to do here. And now I'm going to go into the Incineroar again. I might actually go for Glacial Lance here too. Like, Glacial Lance is super effective on both of these Mons. But he has a Terra here, and the most common Terra for Groudon is either Grass or Fairy, or not Fairy, Fire. So, I'm just going to go for Trick Room here. I'm actually going to fake out the Roaring Moon on this turn because I don't want to take a knockoff. Because he probably has Incineroar in the back. If he does, he also might switch the Incineroar in here. Here comes Incineroar. Oh, Rillaboom, actually. I'm surprised by that. That ain't too bad. I'm not like, too worried about Rillaboom at all. So I'm going to get a Trick Room up for free here, pretty much. Oh, he's Covert Cloak. He's Covert Cloak, Roaring Moon. That's a new one. That's a new one. I haven't seen Covert Cloak Roaring Moon yet. Usually they're Speed Booster, they're, I've seen Sash, a few other things. Leftovers I've seen. I'm just going to go for Glacial Lance here. I'm just going to go for Glacial Lance, and then he could go for Fake Out here if he really wants to, but... I also have the Okidoggy in the back here, which ain't too bad versus him. Kinda just want damage on him, though. Kinda really just want damage. I'm just going to go for Flare Blitz here. I just need to get rolling. Like, the main thing here is I need to get, like, 1 or 2 kills and just kind of get rolling. He also has a Terra he's going to try to go for at some point in this game. There's the Fake Out. Flare Blitz does a solid amount of damage. He puts it in, like, Ice Glacial Lance range for sure. There's the Knockoff. Doesn't do that much, but now, like, if he has Incineroar in the back, he's able to just intimidate spam me to death. And his Tailwind's gone now, though, so... I think even though he has no Tailwind, like, I think I still outspeed both of the Mons on his team, so I'm just gonna go for Glacial Lance here. I don't know what he has in the back, if he has Incineroar, if he has Flutter Mane, I don't know what he has, but we're gonna find out right now. And then I'm going to go for Flare Blitz. Actually, I'm going to go for... I could Snarl too, but I think I'm going to Flare Blitz here. Just to protect. Try to stall out my Trick Room. Grassy Glide does a solid amount of damage. I don't know if that matters though, bro. Because like now I'm going to get a free kill on him here with Glacial Lance, so I'm going to get to +1. Unless he has Incineroar in the back, which he probably has. +1 boost. Flare Blitz does nothing. So he's running Tailwind, Breaking Swipe, Knockoff, and Protect on this Roaring Moon. I think I have like one more turn of Trick Room actually. He's gonna go into the Groudon now too, so Groudon's gonna give him a boost. I think what I'm actually going to do here, what I'm going to really do here, I'm going to go for Glacial Lance. The Glacial Lance at +1 should 100% one-shot the Roaring Moon, unless he goes for Terra or he double protects. And then I'm going to Parting Shot out here. I'm going to Parting Shot out the Groudon, onto the Groudon. He's going to Terra. What Terra are you? Let me guess, Terra Fire. There's the Terra Fire. There's Glacial Lands. At +1, the Roaring Moon's dead. Goodbye, get out of here. Really annoying. Get it out of here. Calyrex is trying to steamroll y'all. It's trying to put in the work. It really is. It's trying. There's the Parting Shot, so that's huge. Getting the -1 there. If he has Precipice Blades, though, the Precipice Blades might still just straight up one-shot me here. I'm not sure. Comes down to whatever his last mon is, too. It's probably Flutter Mane or either Raging Bolt. One of those. Here's Heat Crash. I'm dead. I'm dead. Even at -1, I'm dead. Goodbye. Critical hit. Did the crit actually matter? I don't know if it did. I highly doubt it. Raging Bolt. That's not too bad, I guess. Because I'm AV, so like I can kind of duel the Raging Bolt pretty good. Terra, I'm Terra Dragon. I don't know if I want to go Terra Dragon here. Good thing is, too, like, I can kind of just spam down the Raging Bolt with Snarl if I really want to. I'm going to fake out for sure here, though. I'm faking out the Groudon for sure. I don't know what is... I also have Upper Hand, actually. If I want to make some really crazy predictions, I can go for Upper Hand. I'm Terra Water. I do not want to go Terra Water here, unfortunately. That's no good. I could go for some crazy predictions on him. I'm going to go for Knockoff. Get a crit that doesn't matter at all. Knockoff. Doesn't really do much. Thunderbolt does a shit ton of damage. Why does it do so much? I don't know. It's at +1. Flinch, though. I think Trick Room's done, ain't it? I think the Trick Room might be done. Or was it the last turn? Oh yeah, that was the last. So under Trick Room, I'm actually slower than both of these mons, so that's really bad. I'm actually slower than them. I'm gonna Snarl here. I'm gonna try to Snarl. It's gonna be a 50-50 here. Like, he's faster than me, so like, he knows that he's gonna be able to live a hit here probably too. He's not gonna die on this turn, because I don't think I have anything that could one-shot him from this range. So, like, I don't think he even goes for Thunderclap. I just mainly need damage. That's kind of the main thing I need here. I'm gonna go for a Drain Punch on the Groudon here. Precipice Blades, I'm dead. I live because he's at -1. Thunderbolt, I'm still dead. Doesn't matter. Drain Punch does nothing. Wow, that does nothing. That legit does 0. I think I just lose. I think I just lose at this point. That's kind of the main problem. I don't know how I win this. Like, I can go Terra Water to dodge a ground type move, but like then I'm making myself weak to Thunderbolt and Thunderclap. I don't know. I mean, I'll try to go after the Raging Bolt. I'll probably do more damage, but he's doing so much damage. Like, there's the really high roll. I don't know why he didn't do as much last turn. Didn't do anything last turn, but why did it do so much damage now? I don't know. Yeah. I don't know, y'all. I don't know if it's just because Calyrex is just really bad, or I'm not playing correctly, or what the problem is with this team. I have a few like things with this team that I really want to critique and like talk about with this team. So I think we went like with this team. I did like 1 or 2 testing games as well, and I think only like I won like 1 my testing games. Like every single other match, apart from one other one that you guys probably seen, I lost. And a lot of the matches were close, but I ended up losing just mainly for like kind of dumb reasons. Not really like any RNG stuff, but like just mainly because I didn't bring a certain mod, or like I didn't really have what I really needed to win the game, unfortunately. So let's talk a little bit about this team. There's a lot of stuff I want to talk about. Alright, as for this team, I'm going to be real with y'all. I think out of every single, like, at least restricted Regulation G team I think I've used so far, I think this is probably the one that I did, like, the worst with. I don't know if it's the team, or if it's just because I got some really bad matchups, or I just wasn't playing the best. I think the main problem is kind of this team. Some major stuff with this team. The overall thing that I was really struggling with this team, Calyrex, I think, is at least the ice one is so fucking crazy good. I just think the main problem is that, like, the main thing with the Calyrex of this team is you're trying to set up the Trick Room as, like, a self-set-up Trick Room with the Calyrex. I think if this team overall had, like, a separate Trick Room setter, like an Indeedee, like a Porygon 2, or like a Cresselia, or like something else, I think that would be a lot better, because I think the main thing with the Calyrex that at least I found the most times I use this team, first of all, this team has like really no speed. The thing that this team has is like the fastest. I'm not even sure if the Ogerpon's like fully invested in speed, but it's either the Ninetales or the Ogerpon. I'm not, like I said, I don't know the Ogerpon TV spread if it's full max speed, but I think it's the Ninetales. I think it's the fastest thing on this team, which is like a mid-tier speed range. The main thing I was having problems with this team is like everything that's faster just hits so fucking hard in Regulation G, to the point where you're unable to either set up Aurora Veil, or like you're unable to set up Trick Room, and both of those this team really relies on. You need to at least set up one of those for this team to kind of succeed, or like do stuff. Otherwise, you kind of just get steamrolled, and that's kind of the problem I was just having a lot of the games. Another thing too with this team, and I would just get rid of the Okidoggy. I think the Okidoggy, the problem with it, at least the problem I had every time I would bring it, it lives a shit ton of stuff, but the main thing with the Okidoggy is it just doesn't do any damage. Its damage is really lacking. That's kind of the main thing. I would actually just get rid of the Okidoggy off this team and replace it with something else. I'd throw like a Porygon 2 or a Cresselia on this team. I think that would make this team like a million times better, and lean more into like the Trick Room aspect of this team, which I think it kind of lacks a little bit. Because even if like you're running like speed, like you're not running like crazy speed anyways, like your mid-tier speed, like around 109, 110 anyways, and you still get outsped by so many things. Like I said, the main problem I was having with this team is like everybody sees a Calyrex on this team, and even if you have like the support from like the Incineroar or like a few other things on this team, usually just like everybody just doubles into the Calyrex. If they're able to get damage on the Calyrex, they just fucking double into it because they're so scared of it and they know how much of a threat it is. And by the time, if you do happen to live to get the Trick Room up, you're at such low health to where you either die to priority, or your opponent's able to stall out the Trick Room, or like you're not set up to a point where they're able to live moves from you, and they just kill you anyways on the following 1 or 2 turns, and the Calyrex kind of goes down and doesn't really do anything. That's kind of the main problem I was having with this team. Like I said, I just think the overall, I wouldn't say the team's like bad, like I'm not trying to shit on the creator of the team at all, like I'm just kind of giving like some really solid like constructive criticism for the team. Like I said as well, like I could have maybe just had some really bad matchups as well with this team, but I had like 2 games that I won, and I think like 5 or 6 games I played with this team, at least for this session, because I did like a few testing games. I don't know how many you guys are going to see, probably 3 or 4, but I think like out of the 5 or 6 games I did, I only won like 2 of my matches. And the 2 games I won were like down to the wire, like barely scraping by for a win. So, and then I got like rolled, like I think I got rolled twice. You guys are going to see like 1 or 2 of those where I just got fucking rolled by the enemy team and just couldn't do anything. And there's a few other games too where I just didn't have anything. I just got outplayed, or like my opponents were just able to outplay me, and just because I didn't really have what I needed, or they was able to play around whatever I brought, which was kind of unfortunate. So overall, at least that's what I would kind of do with the team. The Goodra is also good as well, but like I think the main problem with the Goodra is like it just doesn't do any damage unless it gets fully set up. Everybody just exploits the Goodra. Like the most times I was trying to bring the Goodra to with this team, everybody would either just set up all over the Goodra, or they would just double into it to the point where it just takes so much damage, to the point where even if you do set up, like you just don't survive very long afterwards anyways, and you're still not really doing that much damage. That's kind of the main problem I was finding with the Goodra, so I don't know, maybe even the Goodra I would maybe switch out on this team. I don't know what you would really switch it out for. I'm not 100% sure. If I were actually going back and like team building this team myself, I'd have to look, but I would probably even like get rid of the Goodra on this team, because a lot of the time, most time I brought the Goodra, it overall didn't, it did a decent amount of damage, but like it takes a lot of setup, and most of the time it just got exploited by my opponents with how much damage they were just doing, or they just set up all over me and kind of either that or just doubled into whatever else I had alongside me and just left the Goodra as like the last thing and made it like a 1v2 or like a 1v3 and just ended up winning that way. So overall, I think the Ogerpon, the Incineroar, and then most of the time the Ninetales is pretty good. But I just think this team needs a few major changes to kind of make it a lot better. Mainly just like an extra Trick Room setter so that the Calyrex doesn't have to rely on a self-proc Trick Room and just able to start going for damage or set up right away. I think that's kind of the main problem with this team. So, but overall, if you guys want to test it out, hopefully you guys have a better chance with this team and do a lot better than I did. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it anyways. I don't know if there was a lot of shitter matches like that. I know we lost a lot of games with this team, but hopefully they were still at least entertaining for you guys. I don't think every single video we can have like non-stop wins. I'm going to try to win every single match, but most of the time, like you're still going to lose. So it's a part of learning. It's a part about improving teams and finding out what works and what doesn't as well. So just at the start of Regulation G, I'm still learning. Everybody's still learning how to team build and kind of experimenting with stuff. So if you guys enjoy it, leave a like, subscribe, share the video. I'm going to get out of here. Rental code in the corner. Pokepaste for this team down below if you guys want to check it out. I'm going to get out of here. Thanks for watching, everybody. Peace out.